Mangalacharanam. Krishnavarnam tisha krishnam sangopangāstra parshadam yagnaihi sankirtana prāyair yajanti sumedasaha antah krishnam bahirgauram darshitangādi vaibhavam kalu sankirtanādhyai smaha krishna chaitanyamāshrita jayatam mathura bhūmau Srila Rupa Sanatano Yau Vilekayatastatvam Gnapakau Pustikamimam Kopitad Bandhavo Bhatto Dakshinadvija Vamshajaha Vivijya Velikad Grandham Likhitat Vruddha Vaishnavaihi Tasyadyam Grandhanalekam Kranta Vyutkranta Khanditam पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः यः श्रीकृष्ण पादाम्भोज भजनैकाभिलाषवान् तेनैव दृश्यतामेतत् अन्यस्मै शपथोऽर्पितः श्रीमद्भागवतं श्रीमन् मन्त्रदेशिकमीश्वरम् श्रीमद्भागवतार्थानां Sandarbham kartumashreye atha natva mantra gurun bhagavatarthadan Sri Bhagavata Sandarbham Vashmi Lekhitum Yasya Brahmeti Sanyam Kochidapi Nigame Yati Chinmatra Satta Pyamso Yasyam Shakai Swair Vibhavati Vashayanneva Mayam Pumamscha Ekam yasyaiva rupam vilasati paramavvyomni narayanakyam Sasri Krishna vidhattam swayamiha bhagavan prema tatpada bhajam Hare Krishna. So, we'll start our discussion. Just now I shared a file. You can accept that in the group. Just okay, where we are? In the last class, we were discussing about the sadhana bhakti and the prema bhakti. That in the Vasudev Samadhis, what the sloka? Anarthopashamam. Sloka number 7. 7. Yes. Anarthopasamam Sakshat 4, 5, 6 actually, sorry. 6. Sloka number 6 in the 7th chapter of first canto, 176. That is the Anarthopashamam Sakshat Bhakti Yoga Madokshaje Lokas Sajanato Vyasas Chakre Sattva Samhita. This was this sloka we were discussing. So in this Anarthopashamam Sakshat Bhakti Yogam, this is the point of the discussion. So what is said here, this bhakti, sadhana bhakti is a remedy for the the material miseries. Anartha is there's a material misery. So for that, so what is the remedy? Upashamanam. So that is Sakshat Bhakti Yoga. Sakshat, so sadhana bhakti. And sadhana bhakti is, so Om, who is there? So Prema Bhakti is there. Prema is there. That means Prema is a child of the sadhana bhakti. So that's why so sadhana bhakti is directly able to destroy the anarthas. Anartho sakshadev anarthopashamanatvam. Natu anya sapekshatvena. It doesn't depend upon any other things. Sadhana bhakti doesn't depend on any other means to do this activity. So that's why it is said, yat karmabhir yat tapasa gnana vairagyatascha yat ityadav. So the complete sloka is like this. 11th canto. This is 11th canto, 20th chapter, 32nd sloka. In this, it is said that yat karma bir yat tapasa gnana vairagyatascha yat yogena dana dharmena shreyobhi itarairapi sarvam madbhakti yogena madbhakto labhatenjasa स्वर्गापवर्गम स्वर्गापवर्गम अधाम कथम चिद यदि वांछति. These are the two slokas, 32 and 33. These two slokas, they are in the two slokas we are understanding what? Yat karma bihi, yat tapasa, jnana vairagyatascha yat. That means whatever is attained through the karma, through the tapas, through the gnana and vairagya, through the yoga, through the dana and dharma. So that everything, sarvam, itarai, even whatever other means. So by those means also, whatever is attained, that sarvam, that everything, sarvam, mad bhakti yogena. By my devotion, mad bhaktaha, my devotee, labhate anjasa. That means very easily attains or gets. So svargapavargam madhama. Katham chit yadi vanchati. So Swarga, Apavarga, even they can get. So the Apavarga, Moksha also, if they desire it. Generally they don't desire. So, but if they desire, even that kind of realization also will be just experienced, it will be just tasted by them, can be tasted to them. So this kind of uh, is possibility there. So that means from these two slokas, what we are understanding, by bhakti, you can get any result in this whole creation, whatever the different means are there. The results you can easily get by the bhakti. That means bhakti is not dependent on any other means. So it can give all the results. So that is that's why sakshat word is is used here in this sloka. Sakshat anarthopashamanatvam. Sakshat means directly. Bhakti can destroy the material miseries. And it doesn't dependent on. Sakshat means directly. That means natu anya sapekshatvena. That means it doesn't dependent on any other means. So proof is this sloka, 10th canto, 20th chapter, 32 and 33. These two slokas. Okay, it is clear? Next, ज्ञानादेस्तु सा भक्ति सापेक्षत्वमेव श्रेयस्रुतिं भक्तिं इत्यादेः. But if you see on the another side, this jnana, karma, and all they are dependent on bhakti, and bhakti is not dependent on anyone. So that's why uh, bhakti can directly destroy all the material miseries, and also it can give the any kind of result you want. So now it is said in the 10th 14.4, what this sloka is saying. This sloka is saying this Brahmaji's prayers. Brahmaji is praying 10.4.4. श्रेयस्श्रेयस्रुतिं भक्तिमुदस्य ते विभो क्लिश्यन्ति ये केवलबोधलब्धये तेषामसौ क्लेशद एव शिष्यते नान्यत् यथा स्थूलतुषावघातिनाम्. क्या कह रहे हैं ब्रह्मा जी? What Brahma ji is saying? Brahma ji is saying Shreyah Srutim. That means the path of the benefit. What is that path of the benefit? It is a bhakti. Shreyas Srutim, the best path of for the supreme benefit. What is that? That is bhakti. Bhaktim udasya. That means people are rejecting this bhakti yoga, the path of the bhakti. Te vibho krishyanti ye kevala bodha labdaye. But those who are just executing this gnana marga, kevala bodha means so exclusive knowledge. So and they are leaving the bhakti and practicing the gnana to get the knowledge. Gnana marga they are trying. Kevala bodha labdhaye. That means for the achievement of the kevala gnana. So what? Klishyanti. So tesham asau kleshada eva sishyate nanyat yatha tushavaghati. So those who are just trying for the knowledge, leaving the bhakti marga and just trying for the knowledge, kevala bodha. That means chinmatra satta, gnanam about the Brahman. So that kind of path they are practicing. Then what will happen? Tesham. So also kleshada eva sishyate. They will be having only, that means they only remain, they end up with the only the miseries, kleshas. Nanyat yatha stula tushavaghati. And nothing they are going to get. Example is yatha stula tushavaghati. So just whoever is beating the empty husk, what you will get? You will not get anything. No grains will be there. So the husk remains, already grains are removed. And taking that and once again and again you are beating. Then what will happen? Nothing will be getting. Only the pain will be there. In the same way, leaving the bhakti marga and just practicing this gnana marga. So what will you be getting? You will be getting only pain. So that's why without bhakti, even gnana marga also will not give any result. That's why Narada Muni also says, Naishkarmyamapyachyuta bhava varjitam nasobhate gnanamalam niranjanam. There also he is saying, even that kind of knowledge, that's a niranjanam, which removes the body, that means it removes which separates the soul from the gross and material manifestations, or the material gross bodies. So that kind of knowledge is also not beautiful, or otherwise it is not successful without achyuta bhava. That means without bhakti. So that's why from this all these statements we are understanding that, but all gnana, karma, and all other means they are dependent on bhakti, and bhakti is not dependent on anyone to give the any kind of result, and also bhakti can give any kind of result. So from this overall, so what we are understanding? So overall understanding is, so bhakti is sakshat bhakti, bhakti yogam anarthopashamam. Sakshat bhakti can definitely remove this anarthas. It doesn't, sakshat is said, that's right. It doesn't dependent on anyone. So this is the one explanation. Athava. So or otherwise, there is one more explanation. Anarthasya samsara vesanasya tavat sakshat अव्यवधानेन उपशमनं सम्मोहादि द्वयस्यातु प्रेमाख्य स्वीय फल द्वारा इत्यर्थः. So next there is a second meaning for this same sloka 176. What is that second meaning? Second meaning is anartha means what? Samsara vesanam. That means material miseries. Samsara vesanam. How it is removed? Tavat sakshat. That means avadhanena. So just practicing. Avadhana means practicing. So ma avadhanena upashamanam. So that means sakshat means just by the practicing. Practicing, samsara vasana is finished. That means material here sakshat means what? Bhakti yoga alone, just by the practice. Bhakti yoga, sadhana bhakti. Avadhana means is a practice. So just by practice, so what will happen? Samsara, vasana, that means material miseries will be eradicated. Upashamanam. But sammohadi dvaya means bewilderment, and also second one is bewilderment, jadadi deha rupa, and also false ego. That means identifying himself as as the body. So this kind of false ego. These two, bewilderment and false ego, both will be removed by the prema. That means they are all the removal of this bewilderment and the false ego is what is the result of the prema. Premakya sriya phaladvara. That means when prema is aroused, so then finally what will happen? That means hriday grandhi is finished. So one will not be so not identifying himself as the body. So this is said. Ataha purvadeva atra abhideyam. So darshitam in this way. So abhideya is shown. अथ पूर्वदेव प्रयोजनं च स्पष्टयितुं पूर्वोक्तस्य पूर्णपुरुषस्य च श्रीकृष्णस्वरूपत्वं व्यञ्जयितुं ग्रन्थफलनिर्देशद्वारा तत्र तद् अनुभवान्तरं प्रतिपादयन् आह यस्यामिति. So if you come to the next sloka of the samadhi, so what is the fourth sloka? Yasyam vaisruyamādāyam कृष्णे परम पुरुषे भक्तिरुत्पद्यते पुंसः शोकमोह भयापहा. So now we are going to discuss this sloka. What is said here? Atha purvavad eva, like in the previously said. So previously said means in the previously we have also discussed what is the abhideya and the prayojana. Previously also when we are writing this book, at that time also we discussed, abhideya is what? Is a bhakti, and the prayojana is prema. So whatever we already, that means at the writing of the book Anubandha Chatushtaya, we define. So same. So then after that, to find those, to define elaborately those, we search the pramana. That pramana finally is Srimad Bhagavatam. So then after that, now we are verifying the Srimad Bhagavatam. So what it is really is telling about, Srimad Bhagavatam is telling about what? So it is also, first we did the content of the Srimad Bhagavatam, or the Vishaya of the Srimad Bhagavatam, based upon the deliberation on the Sukadev's heart. So by deliberating on the Sukadev's heart, so we understood the Sambandhi is Achyuta, Abhideya is the Bhakti, and the Prayojana is the Achyuta Prema, that means Krishna Prema. So that point we understood. So, and also once again we came to the Vyasdev's Samadhi, because we want to understand the subject matter of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Otherwise, Sambandha Abhideya Prayojana of the Srimad Bhagavatam, based upon the Sukadeva Goswami's realizations and also based upon the Vyasdev's realization. Now we are seeing the Vyasdev's realization. So in the Vyasdev's realization also we understood Abhideya is what? Abhideya is a bhakti. And the Prayojana is what? Prayojana is also same. Whatever we are discussing or we are seeing in the previously. So the same way it is also, it is seen. That same thing is seen in the case of Vyasdev's Samadhi's realizations also. So that's why Ada Purvavat, that means like in the previous way. So Purvavat eva prayojanam cha spasthaitum. Purvoktasya purna purushasya cha Sri Krishna swarupatvam vinjayitum. Grantha phala nirdesh dvara tatra tad anubhavantaram pratipadayan aha. So another Anubhava of the Vasudev we are seeing now here. So, and this Anubhava is establishing what? Krishna is a Purna Purusha. And also this Prayojanam is also is explained here. What is that? Yasyam vai suyamanam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktirutpadyate Pumsaha Shokamoha Bhayapaha. If you see the meaning of this sloka, so this is the realization of the one more realization of the Vasudev. In this realization, what we are understanding? So who is that Purna Purusha? That is here clearly Vasudev is saying. So he is a Krishna. Actually, that means Purna Purusha is clearly, it is said as Sri Krishna. And what is the Prayojana? That means by in the previous sloka, in the sixth sloka, we are seeing one has to hear. That means this Srimad Bhagavatam, Yasyam Vai Shruyamanayam. That means by regularly, constantly hearing this Srimad Bhagavatam, what is going to happen? Krishne Parama Purushe Bhakti Rutpadyate. In the Krishna, so Bhakti is arisen, Bhakti is coming up. So in the Krishna Bhakti is coming, that means by regularly hearing, one will get the Bhakti. So in Krishna. So Bhakti means what here? Here Bhakti is Prema. So that means Prayojana is also clearly said in this sloka. In this seventh sloka, Prayojana is clear, is clarified. And also, who is that Purna Purusha? That is also clarified. Okay. Tadanubhavantaram Pratipadayan Aha Yasyamiti. So in this, Bhakti means what? Prema. That means Sravana Rupaya Sadhana Bhaktya Bhaktya Sadhyatva. Sravana Rupaya Sadhana Bhaktya Sadhyatva. Why you are taking in the sloka Bhakti as Prema? What is the reason? The reason is this Bhakti is coming in the heart of the devotees. When it is coming? Yasyam Vaishruyamanayam. When they hear regularly the Bhagavatam. In the previous sloka, that's Bhagavad Sattva Samhita is said. So that by regularly, constantly hearing that, what is going to happen? Bhakti is coming up. That is a prema. So that's why. So it is a result of the sadhana bhakti here. That's the here bhakti is the prema. Utpadyate means what you should take? Avirbhavati. That means it is manifesting. It is not. It is not created. Utpadyate means it's not like the pot is coming up from the mud. No. So this is what? It is just, it is appearing in the heart. So what is the difference between the pot and this love appearing in the heart? So this prema is not made by anyone. Bhakti, no one can produce actually. Bhakti is given actually by the Supreme Lord. So that means devotees which is there in their heart. That bhakti they give. So out of mercy to others. So like this, bhakti is given to the other. Even the prema also. The prema is also is sanctioned by the Lord Himself, and nothing is manufactured. So tasya anushangikam gunam aha. So then this prema bhakti, what is the side results? Anushangikam means the byproducts. What are the byproducts of this prema bhakti? Gunamaha shoka moha bhayapaha. Shoka iti. That means shoka moha bhayapaha. That means from this is prema bhakti, when it is coming, shoka moha bhaya, everything will be is finished. They are removed. So then what else? Tatra yesham samskaropi nashyati iti bhavaha. So that means already actually in the sadhana bhakti itself, everything is anardhanivritti is happening. So then why here once again said, the point is here, prema bhakti is even removing the impressions. Samskaras means the impressions are finished. So that is the meaning here. Soka moha bhayapaha means. So next. Pritirna yavanmayi vasudeve namuchyate deha yoge natavat. Pritirna yavanmayi vasudeve namuchyate deha yoge natavat. Iti Sri Rishabhadeva Vakyat. So Rishabhadeva Vakyat, here Rishabhadeva is saying, this is the proof. That means Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. In the Preeti, when Preeti is erosion, then these impressions are removed. So what is the proof? Proof is the 556. 5th canto, 5th chapter, 6th sloka. BBT translation. When the living entity is covered by the mode of ignorance, he doesn't understand the individual living being and the supreme living being, and his mind is subjugated to fruitive activity. Therefore, until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept a material body again and again. So that means here Vasudeva, here Vrishabhadev, he is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord, is a so Bhagavad Aveshita Avatara. So he is saying what? What Vrishabhadev is saying? Until one has love for Lord Vasudeva, so who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept a material body again and again. So that means when Preeti comes, then only everything that impressions also are finished, and that kind of Jiva will never get back this material bondage and never get the material bondage. Okay, next. परम पुरुषे पूर्वोक्त पूर्ण पुरुषे किमाकारे इत्यपेक्षायामाह कृष्णे. So by doing the bhakti, sadhana bhakti, one will get the prema in Parama Purusha. That sloka, it is said in the sloka, Parama Purusha is said. Who is that Parama Purusha? So that Parama Purusha is the Krishna. So who is Krishna? One may get this doubt. Krishna is said here. So you can see in our in the files, whatever just now shared, there you can see. So who is Krishna? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Ityadi Shastra Sahasra Bhavitantah Karnanam Paramparaya Tat Prasiddha Madhyapati Nam Cha Asankhya Lokanam Tannama Sravana Matrena Yah Pradama Pratiti Vishayah Syat Tatha Tannamnaha Prathamakshara Matram Mantraya Kalpyamanam Yasya Vimukyaya Syat Tadakare Ityartaha. So this is what he said. In whom we will be getting the prema? That is Krishna. That what is Krishna? Who is Krishna? Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Ityadi Shastra Sahasra Bhavita Antah Karnanam. That means for those who heard thousands and hundreds, or who realized thousands and hundreds of these Shastric statements. Like example, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Some people or some devotees, they studied so many Shastric injunctions, like Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam for them. And who else? Paramparaya Tat Prasiddha Madhyapati Nam Cha. And also who are falling in the authentic Sampradaya. So then to them, Madhyapatina, and also trained by that Sampradaya. So for those, Asankhya Lokanam, they are how many? Many people like this, not one or two. Many people like this. And Tannama Sravana Matrena, just by hearing that name. So that name means Krishna. For these people, so just by hearing the name Krishna, so yaha prathama pratiti vishayah syat, who appears or who experienced by these people just by first time hearing Krishna, so that personality is Krishna. Tatha tannamnaha prathamakshara matram mantraya kalpyamanam yasyabhimukhyaya syat. And also, so his name, if you take the Krishna name and if you take the first letter, just by first letter, so taking the first letter and which is meant for the mantra, that means as a mantra. So Kri, if you say Kri, like otherwise sometimes we'll be making the mantras Krum. So Krum will make just for the mantra, one letter only is taken, Krum is taken. To Kru is taken as a first letter, so to make a mantra. So you'll be seeing in the gopis, they were also making so many mantras to protect the Krishna. At that time, they are using the Keshava, Madhava, and same. So to make the mantra, would you do? So we take the first letter of the mantra, and after that we add the Anuswara. Then after that we'll keep the Namaha. Then after that, so Namaha, then Tava Janu Raksha Avyat, like this. So we'll make the mantra. So to make the mantra, so what we will be taking? We'll be taking the first letter, so of the name of the Lord. Krum. Just we take the Kru, and if you make mantra, so whose? That means this mantra is indicating whom. So that personality is the Krishna. Any doubt in this? I expect some questions.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Prabhu, this is Sarveshwar Shyam Sundar, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, can you tell in simple words, Prabhu, this paragraph, which you
okay.
explain? Simple words.
Finally, what we want to find, who is Krishna, we want to know. Okay. In the sloka, Krishna is given. Krishna. Who is that? That means what is the shape of that Krishna?
Okay.
That we want. What is the form of that Purusha? So that is Krishna. So then how to know who is Krishna? So then it is said here, what Jiva Goswami is saying, the people who studied so many scriptures related to are there so many sastric injunctions. So, like example, Krishnastu Bhagavan said, for these people, that means whose heart, what is written there? There are countless persons whose hearts are immersed in contemplation on thousands of scriptural statements, such as Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. That means these devotees or these people, they studied so many sastric injunctions. What are the different sastric injunctions? Krishnastu Bhagavan say like this. And for them, that's one set of the people, and one more also there are who subscribe to the same opinion, having gleaned it through the authority of disciplic succession, who subscribe are to the same opinion. So example, that means tan prasiddha madhyapatinam asankhya lokanam. So paramparaya tat prasiddha madhyapatinam. So whoever is tat prasiddha means, so who Krishna's sampradayas related to the Krishna. So in that sampradaya, so whoever is trained actually, for them, this second set of people. So to these kind of people, tat prasiddha madhyapatinam cha asankhya lokanam, not one or two, many people. You can take like this. For all these, tan nama sravana matrena, for all these kind of people, so by hearing the name Krishna, tan nama sravana matrena, just by hearing the name Krishna, so then yah pradama pratitihi, that means who is experienced by these people just by first hearing the word Krishna. So that is the form. That is a form. That is the form of Krishna. Okay.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Next.
Hare Krishna. Sorry, bro. Second part also, that the first letter of the Krishna you were explaining.
Tannamnah pratamaksharam mantraya kalpyamanam yasya abhimukyaya syayate syat tatha, in the same way. Tatha means in the same way. He is the form whose first syllable of name is meant for a mantra, which is for turning towards whom. So that is the Krishna. That is that form. Krishna's form is such that just by hearing the first syllable of his name, it becomes a mantra which turns a person towards him. So the writer of, okay. Generally, you know how to make the mantras. We made so many mantras in the 10th canto, 6th chapter. Putana. Example I am giving just to make the mantras, how the mantras are made. Wait, where are that? Where is that? One minute, please give me 1 minute time. You can see 10th canto, 6th chapter, 22nd sloka. अव्यादजोङ्घ्रिमणिमांस्तव जानुवोतु यज्ञोचितो कटितटं जठरं हयास्य हृत्केशवस्त्वदुदर एष येनस्तु कण्ठं विष्णुर्भुजं मुख्यमुरुक्रम ईश्वरः कम्. This is the sloka. In this sloka, what is happening? If you want, I can read the BBT translation. Gopis, when Krishna was this Putana, he killed Putana and he was lying on the body of the Putana. And at that time, all these gopis, they climbed on her and brought that Krishna to the home, to Nanda Maharaj's house. And they bathed. That means first of all, they circumambulated the tail of the cow around the Krishna like this to remove the evil effects. Then after that, they bathed him in the cow urine. And after that, they applied cow, the dust rising from the feet of cows. That dust they applied on his body. And after that, they put tilak. Then after putting the tilak, so they did the anganyasa and karanyasa. So after doing the karanyasa and anganyasa, so they are, that means while doing this, not the after not doing, while doing this karanyasa and anganyasa. So anganyasa when they are doing, they are reading these mantras. Avyad ajongri manima stava janu. So what they are saying, the meaning of this sloka is, may Aja protect your legs. May Maniman protect your knees. Yajna, your thighs. Achyuta, the upper part of your waist. And Haigriva, your abdomen. Like this, they are, that means asking, Aja may protect your legs, is said. This is one statement. But that means what? They read the some mantra to protect the legs of the Krishna. So by the Aja. What they are doing the anganyasa. How they are doing? Aja, protect your legs is written here as a statement, but while doing the process, so we need to write the sorry, we need to study the mantra. So what is that mantra? For example, Aja, protect your legs. So this is the statement is here. So that means Aja should protect the legs. For this, how the mantra is formed, and that is explained. That Jiva Goswami explains there. I will show you the mantra how to make. You will also become mantra datara. Can give mantras. This is a okay. Screen is visible.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. What is that mantra? An example. That means Ajaha. In the sloka, we are seeing. What we are seeing in the sloka, you see. In the sloka, we are seeing that Ajaha. Avyat Ajo Angri. Aja here you see this. Ajaha Avyat means protect. May protect. Ajaha, that means the Lord Aja. Name of the Lord is Aja. Angri. Angri means feet. Lotus feet. And Maniman. Maniman what? Tava Janu. It means Maniman should protect your Janu niece, your niece. Who? The Lord Maniman. And Uru. Uru means thighs. Thighs who should protect? Yagnaha. And Achyuta. Achyuta should protect the Kati. And like this, various lords has to protect these various parts of the Krishna. Like this, they are asking. So now, when they are asking, what is the mantra? This is the result of the Anganyasa, but how the process is done. So there, mantra should be read. So that mantra is like this. It is formed. First, take the Ajaha. Aja, what is there? So Aja is there. In that first letter. Very good. Ajaha. First letter you should take and add the Anuswar. Then after that, what you should do? Namaha. Then after that, what you should do? You should keep the total name. Ajaha. Then what he should do? Krishna's Angri. Tava Angri. Avyat. Okay. Next. Next, who is there? Maniman. Maniman, what he should do? Tava Janu. Then if you want to make mantra for this, you make mantra. Maniman Tava Janu. Who is going to tell?
So Mam Nama Manimana
Wait. Mam
Namha
Namaha,
Manimanaha,
Maniman,
Maniman, Tav,
Stubborn.
Tava, Janu,
Tava Janu,
Av, Avyajat,
Avyat. Okay. So like this mantras are made for the Anganyasa. There are so many are there. You can see here. 11 mantras are there. If you want to protect your own feet, then you should keep here instead of Tava, Mama. Mama. Like this. You can also do for your own sake. You can do for others. Okay, you understood? Mantra is formed like this. So now first letter we are taking. So what is that? Now you come to our text. Tata Tannamnaha, and that means Krishna. Tannamna means Krishna's name. Krishna's names. Names. Pratamaksharam. Krishna's names Pratamaksharam. What is that? Krum. Kru. So Pratamaksharam Matram Mantraya Kalpyamanam. So that means when you use this Kri Akshara as per the mantra, then what? You'll make Krum. So then if you make this kind of mantra, something that means Krum Namaha. So like this. So this Kru is indicating whom? So when you read this mantra, who is protecting? The Lord Aja is protecting. And when you indicate this mum, when you say, then just by word mum, who is indicated? Maniman is indicated. Like this, by the Kru, who is indicated? So by that personality is the here Krishna. Krishna means you cannot take so-called, that means Galliwala Krishna, someone who is there and who just telling himself as a Krishna. No, that person, that Galliwala Krishna, you cannot take. Whom you should take? So when you make the Krum mantra, so this mantra is indicating whom, so that personality you should take. Understood?
Yes, Boo. Thank you, Boo.
Anyone have any question on this? Krishna means not that here and there so many, they will just, in India there are every gully there is, every street there is a Bhagavan. So he is himself are saying, I am the Krishna. So then people may get doubts and whom we should take here Krishna. Vasudev is saying Krishna means whom we should take. So then the Jiva Goswami is explaining whom we should take. So whoever is reading these many slokas, these many sastric injunctions, Krishnastu Bhagavan and so and so, in their heart, just by hearing the Krishna's name, in their heart, whose pratiti is happening, that Krishna we should take. Understood?
Yes, Booji.
I don't know.
Yes, Booji.
Class में ज़्यादा people are just making this, talking each other.
Nobody is talking for each other.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 7, 7 plus 3, 10. Only 10 students?
No, Boo.
How many are total? Okay.
Boo,
13 students are
Puneet
here
Boo or
today.
Aksharidas Boo is out of the camera range.
Yes.
Puneet Prabhu and? Okay, okay.
Aksharidas.
Okay. How many are absent?
Prabhu, Anuched Prabhu is saying that Nam Sankirtan Prabhu and Gokulanand Prabhu are attending online.
Acha.
How many are absent?
Absent is our.
Okay. We'll finish up, Prabhu. We have to speed up our
When are you coming back?
things actually, because another 4-5 classes we should finish Tattva Sandarbha according to our commitment. And we'll finish 4-5 classes, yes.
वो सदगुरु वो गौरंगपुर बोले हरि बोल.
Okay, but many are not writing exam, so I'm not happy actually. Whoever is not writing exam, they are not good. Okay, Jai Gopinath Prabhu, your case is different, but others, because we will not give any certificate, and also next time, next course, we don't take them. For next course, next Bhakti Sandarbha course, whoever is not writing exam, we don't want that kind of students. They are just listeners, we don't want. They should work hard and also learn and write exam, and you may fail, no problem. So that it will show you, that means you are not able to learn anything. That's good actually. Then you will try. Otherwise, not writing exam itself is not at all good. Otherwise, if you have some serious reason, health reason, that is okay. Otherwise, only out of fear you are not writing means you are not ready to accept your fault. You should accept. I am not able to do that. Yes, like that. That's a good sign for the improvement. Ahuscha nama komudikaraha. Krishna sabdasya tamala shyamala. कृष्ण शब्दस्य तमालस्यामलत्विषि यशोदायाः स्तनन्दये परब्रह्मणि रूढिः. One second. What is said? What is the meaning of this? Krishna Shabdasya. The word Krishna has the conventional meaning. Rudi means conventional meaning. The Supreme Brahman in the form of Yashoda's son, having the black complexion of a tamala tree. So this is also proof. Krishna means whom we should take? We should take the Yashoda's son. And he is a Parabrahma. So this is said in the Namakomadi. Namakomadi Kara is saying. That Krishna you should take here. Krishna means, as they are saying, Krishna Paramapurushena. So you should not take anyone Galli Krishna. Next, Ata tasyaiva prayojanasya brahmandanubhavadapi paramatvam anubhutavan. Ata tasyaiva prayojanasya brahmanandanubhavadapi paramatvam anubhutavan. It is superior to the Vasudev, how he realized this Krishna Prem, how he realized. He realized this as superior to the Brahmananda. That's why he taught this Srimad Bhagavatam to his son. Otherwise, Vasudev didn't realize this Krishna Prema is superior to the Brahmananda. So then can he teach? So is there any sense actually teaching the Bhagavatam to the Sukadeva Goswami? There is no sense. If Krishna Prema is not superior to the Brahmananda, and if it is inferior or rather equal to the Brahmananda, then so is there any point of the teaching Bhagavatam to the Sukadeva Goswami? There is no point, because already he is having Brahmananda. Then why we have to teach something which is inferior? There is no sense now. So that's why. But he taught this Krishna Prema, Krishna Bhakti, or the Bhagavatam to the Sukadeva Goswami means Vasudev realized in his Samadhi. So this Krishna Prema as superior to the Brahmananda. Yataha, that's right. Tadrisham sukam api tadananda vaishishtyalambhanaya tam adhyapayamasa. Since he realized this Krishna prema is superior to the Brahmananda, that's why, so for his son also he wants to give this. And that's why he told to his son also the same Srimad Bhagavatam. So because something you feel that is best, then only you will start giving to others, na? Which is not at all useful and which is not, which is already someone is having, then you don't give that. So as they gave, this means you can understand this. Krishna Prema is superior to the Brahmananda. So Samhitam iti, that's the last sloka in the Samadhi. What is the last sloka? One second. Sasamhitam bhagavatim krutva nukramya chatmajam sukamadhyapayamasa nivrutti niratam munim. What is the meaning? Sasamhitam bhagavatim krutva anukramya cha atmajam. That means Vyasdev krutva anukramya. That means after expanding this Srimad Bhagavatam, what he did? Sukam adhyapayamasa. He taught to Sukadeva Goswami, who is his son. So here you see the mula, krutva anukramya cha. Krutva anukramya cha. Prathamatah swayam sankshepena krutva. So in this shloka, krutva anukramya is a very important word. You all has to focus here. So why it is said here? Krutva means what? In brief, shorter version. First he did Prathamatah swayam sankshepena krutva. Initially he did a shorter version of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Then paschat, then after that, to Sri Naradopadeshanukramena Vivritya Ityardaha. But first he did this small Bhagavatam, short version, but he was not happy. Then Narada gave that means chastisement to him, chastised him. And Narada told, the way you did, of course he said the Krishna Bhakti in some places, in the Padma Purana also he said, in the Mahabharata also he said, but the way it should be taught, the emphasis this should be done, that much is not done actually. And also he did one more thing actually in the Mahabharata. Instead of that, he made sometimes some places bhakti as anga to the dharma or the karma. That is one more mistake. So is also is done. So somehow, of course, this is a leela. As they doing mistake is not a really he is doing mistake. He is not that much incapable person. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. But just for the leela, it is leela actually. So pastime. That's sake, just to emphasize Srimad Bhagavatam, he did like that. So finally, Narada found out the faults in him. Then after that, he did that means he completely expanded that Srimad Bhagavatam. That's a present version, what we are reading. So this Bhagavatam, he made it. That means he compiled it and then he told to Sukadeva Goswami. Compiled means what? It is Apaurushaya only. It's not Paurushayam. That means it is not made by the Vyasdev. It is Apaurushaya only. Those slokas only are taken, and those eternal slokas, eternal existing, those slokas are taken and compiled and given to us. So Atayeva, that's why Krutva Anukram, that means Bhagavatam is done 2 times. Shorter version and bigger one. Short one and big one. So Srimad Bhagavatam Bharatanantaram Yadatra Sriyate Yacha Anyatra Ashtadasa Purananantaram Bharatam iti Tadvayamapi Samahitam Syat. So that's why what we are hearing, Srimad Bhagavatam is done after the Mahabharata. This is also we are hearing. And also we are hearing Ashtadasa Purananantaram Bharatam. Bharatam is done after the 18 Puranas. These both statements are controversial looking. Bhagavatam is done after the Mahabharata. Mahabharata is done after the Ashtadasa Purana. What is this? Both are looking controversial. That means we should understand Bharatam is done after Ashtadasa Puranas, means that Ashtadasa Puranas in that Bhagavatam is there, but that Bhagavatam is what? Short one. And Bhagavatam is done after the Mahabharata. Then this Bhagavatam is what? This is the full version. Understood? Iti tadvayamapi samahitam. In this way, both statements are reconciled like this. Krutva Anukramya is helping us to understand these two statements. That means Bhagavatam is done after the Mahabharata, or Mahabharata is done after the 18 Puranas. Okay, next. Brahmanandanubhava nigama nimagnatvat nivrutti niratam sarvatah nivruttau niratam tatra avyabhicharinam api ityartha. Brahmanandanubhava nimagnatvat nivrutti niratam sarvatah nivruttau niratam. What is that? This is just in that sloka. Nivrutti niratah is said. That point is explained. That's all. Nothing much. Nivritti niratam is there in the sloka. Nivritti niratam munim. That means Brahmanandanubhava nimagnatvat nivritti niratam. Because he is completely, Sukadeva Goswami completely immersed in the Brahmananda. That's why he rejected everything. Sarvatah nivrittau niratam. तमेतं श्री वेदव्यासस्य समाधिजात अनुभवं श्री शौनक प्रश्नोत्तरत्वेन विशदयन् सर्वात्मा रामानुभवेन सहैतुकं संवादयति आत्मा रामाश्च इति निर्ग्रन्थाः विधिनिषेधातीताः निर्गताहंकार ग्रन्थयः वा. What is this? तमेतं श्री वेदव्यासस्य समाधिजात अनुभवं श्री शौनक प्रश्नोत्तरत्वेन विशदयन् सर्वात्मा रामानुभवेन सहैतुकं संवादयति आत्मा रामाश्च इति. Now come to the, that means Vyasdev's Samadhi slokas are finished. Now you come to the next in the chapter. If you open that chapter, what is it? You know that second chapter, first canto, 7th chapter of the first canto. You all know actually, because recently all Bhakti Vaibhav students studied. In the 7th chapter, what is coming after that? Samadhi. See in your book. Atma Ramascha Munayo. This is 9th, 10th sloka. Nirgranda Purukrame. Saunaka is asking question. What is that question first? Savai nivrutti nirataha sarvatropekshako munihi kasyava bruhatim yetam atma ramaha samabhyasat. So Saunaka is asking question. If you see that context, where's this Samadhi after that? So immediately Saunaka is asking, Are, what is the reason? Why this Sukadeva Goswami, who is Atma Ram already, and he sat for this so much time and he read this big book? What is the reason? Kasyava Bruhatim Etam Atma Ramaha Samabhyasat. Why he studied? What is the reason? He is already Brahmanandi. Like this, Saunaka asked the question. So Saunaka asked this question. Then Sukadeva Goswami is replying. Everyone is following or not? Sleeping? I don't know. I have no.
Following Prabhu.
Following. Good. So next, then Sutta Goswami, what he is saying? Atma Ramaschamnayo nirgranda purukrame kurvanti ahitu kim bhaktim ittam bodha guno harihi. Then reason is, what reason is Sutta Goswami gave? Sutta Goswami is saying that, Are, Saunak, so what you are thinking? So what do you think? This Hari is having such a magnanimous qualities. This even Atma Rama, they also get attraction towards him. Are guna akshipta matihi Bhagavan Badharayinaha. So in the first statement, in the 10th statement, he is saying in the general way. In the general way, what is that general way? Even Atma Ramaha Munayaha Api Bhakti Kurvanti Ahaitukum Bhaktim. So even the Atma Ramas also they do in general way, he's saying. So the Goswami is saying in the general way, any Atma Ram is also ready to do bhakti. Because this bhakti in whom? In bhakti in Hari. Because Hari is having such a qualities. That's why even Atma Ramas also they do bhakti in him. And next sloka, 11th sloka, if you see, that is specific to the Sukadeva Goswami. Badarayinaha. Badarayinaha. Who is Badarayinaha? That is Sukadeva Goswami. Hare guna akshipta matihi. So Sukadeva Goswami got attraction. So attraction towards the qualities of the Hari. So that's why Adyagat Mahadakyanam. That's why he got attracted. He got attracted. That's why he read. He read the complete Mahad Akyanam. This is a big book. Srimad Bhagavad is a big book. He sat for this so much time. He read this. Nityam Vishnu Jana Priyaha. This is the context. You should know this. Then we are going to discuss this. To read the Sandarbhas, if you have some at least basic idea on the Bhagavad, it will be helping. Actually, we study the Sandarbhas to understand Bhagavatam. But basic story, if you know, then Sandarbha will help you to understand the deep points of that. So that's it. If you don't know Bhagavatam, the basic storyline also, then it's very difficult. So then what is it? Basic also, if you don't know, then how Sandarbha will help you to understand deep meanings of the Bhagavatam. Okay, no problem. Here, what Yoga Goswami is saying, Vasudeva Samadhi, what whom he realized the Krishna. That same Krishna is that Krishna is only preached by the Sota Goswami to the Saunaka. The same truth, whatever Vasudeva saw in his Samadhi, that same thing, Sota Goswami is also preaching to the, or the replying to the question asked by in the form of the answer. So whatever the Vasudeva realized in his Samadhi, that same thing. So he is telling, that means that same thing. Sota Goswami is also telling the same thing as in the form of the answer to the question asked by the Shaunaka. So that means Vasudeva whom he saw, Krishna he saw in his Samadhi. He saw Krishna in his Samadhi. And now Sota Goswami is also telling Hari. This Hari is having such a qualities, and even the Atma Ramas also, they do bhakti in him. That is the understanding of this sloka. Samadhi jata anubhavam Sri Saunaka prashnottaratvena vishadayan. So Sarvat means once again clarifying whatever the Samadhi realizations are there in the Vasudev, the same thing is clarified by the Sota Goswami also to the question asked by the Saunaka. Sarvatma Ramanubhavena Sahetukum Samvadayati. So with the Hetu he is telling why everyone is doing the bhakti in the Hari. With the Hetu he is telling here. We also in the Samadhi what we saw to the Sukadeva Goswami, Vasudeva is teaching this Srimad Bhagavatam because so Vasudeva realized that so Krishna Prema is superior to the Brahmanubhava. That's why he taught. The same thing here Sudha Goswami also is saying. All the Atma Ramas, they do bhakti in the Hari. And Hari is having the such a qualities. And here in the sloka, the meaning is given Nirgrandaha. Sloka Atma Ramascha Munayo Nirgrandaha. In the sloka, Nirgrandaha is there. What is the meaning of this? Vidhi Nishedatitaha. And next, otherwise, and one more meaning. Two meanings are there. Nirgrandaha. Nirgata Ahankara. Nirgara Ahankara Grantaha. So Nirgrandaha means within Nishedatita, who are beyond the rules and prohibitions. That is meaning of one meaning of Nirgrandaha. Second meaning is who is not having any false ego, or otherwise the false ego, which is the knot actually, which ties this Atma with this body. That false ego, that is not, but the knot, that is not there. That is finished. And what kind of bhakti they do? Atma Ramaha, Ahaitukim, Phala Anusandhana Rahitam. That means they are not aiming, they are doing bhakti. Atma Ramas, they do bhakti in the Hari. What is the purpose? Is there any purpose? There is no purpose. So that is constitutional position of the every jiva. So that means doing bhakti, are we doing bhakti for the sake of any happiness? That means we get the better happiness than the material happiness. That's why we are doing bhakti. Then that is a purpose. Then that is not proper actually. Then that is a saupadik actually. But we are all, even Atma Ramas, everyone is doing. What is the reason? That is a constitutional position. That is natural position of the every jiva. There is no purpose in behind this. So Ahaituki means Phalanusandhi Rahitam. That means without any, without aiming for the any result, they do. That means Atma Ramas do bhakti in Hari. Atra sarva kshepa parihararthamaha. Sarva kshepa pariharartham. One may think, so Atma Ramas, they already beyond this material creation, beyond this material Maya, then why they do bhakti? What is the need? Such a doubts opponents may get. So then to clarify that, so Sutta Goswami is saying the next point. Ittam bhuta guno harihi. Ittam bhutaha. Ittam bhuta means this kind of qualities. This type of qualities. What type of qualities? Hari is having. Hari is having this type of qualities. What kind of qualities? Atma Ramanamapi Akarsha Swabhavaha. Guna. That means he is having such a qualities even which attract naturally the Atma Rama. Such a qualities he is having. Tamevartham Sri Shukasya api anubhavena samvadayati harer guneti. So that's why. So even in the case, in the general case, he said in the first sloka, that first sloka means in the 10th sloka, Sutta Goswami said in the general sense, all Atma Ramas, they do bhakti. In the next sloka, in the first case study, that means for the specifically he is saying to the, in the case of, saying in the case of Sukadeva Goswami. So Sukadevasya pi anubhavena samvatayati. So the same meaning is also experienced by the Sukadeva Goswami. Means Sukadeva Goswami is also attracted by the Hari. And he also felt this Hari's prema, Krishna prema is superior to the Brahma Anubhava. So that's why he said, Harer Guna Kshipta Matir Bhagavan Bhadaraina. So here, this meaning is, Hare Guna Kshipta Mati Bhagavan Bhadaraina. You all know this. Next, here, Sri Vyasadeva, now come to the Mula. Sri Vyasadeva, everyone is following or not, going little speed. That is necessary. And it's just a storyline. So nothing is there. And also, second time, many students are reading. Just a few days back only, I took already this class. And if you have any problem, let me know. Someone is not getting. You can raise the hand.
Oh, I have a question from a previous verse. I never got a chance to ask, but can I ask at the end of your
Who is
class?
that?
It's Siddha Haridas.
Yes, Prabhu.
Can I ask a question now?
Yes, ask.
I was hoping that it would be resolved, but it has not been resolved.
Prabhu, your voice is
Okay,
not audible.
I'll speak loudly. So the question is this: that in the Samadhi verses, the first verse mentions Parama Purushe, and then
Purnam Purusha.
Purnam Purusha, there is Parama Purusha, there is a Purva Purusha, there is 3 different variations there also. But then we quote this verse from second canto, chapter 9, I think, or sorry, chapter 1, or sorry, chapter 3, 239 and 2310, that's quoted by Swami. And he says that the Parama Purusha here, or the Purna Purusha here, refers to to Krishna, the one who is without upadhi. But he does not give an explanation why that Parama Purusha was chosen. I guess if we connect it to the verse we just studied today, 1.7.7, where it is clearly stated Krishna Parama Purushe, then one can say, okay, here Vyasadeva is himself clarifying to who is the Parama Purusha. Otherwise, it's not really clear that how does he derive from that Purna Purusha 2-3-10. I mean, how does it make the connection? Why that 2-3-10 is chosen? Why not 2-3-9? He doesn't give an explanation for it.
Understood. That means what? What Jiva Goswami explained previously is not correct? No, not like that. You see. So what Jiva Goswami is saying in the sloka Purnam Purusha, that means Bhakti Yoga Manasi Samyak Pranite Male Apashat Purnam Purusham. He said, na? Purnam means what meaning we should take here. So that is the point we are getting this doubt. Purnam means what? Nirupadim. Purnam meaning is equal to Nirupadim. This meaning we are getting.
This meaning is given by
from the 2.3.10. 10. So Purnam meaning we are getting there. Purnam is equal to Nirupadi. So not just Purusha. It's really there. Parama Purusha means there what we took. Parama Purusha, how the Sridhar Swami is glossing. Parama Purusha is equal to Purnam Nirupadim, he said. Purnam, that means Purusha is equal to Purnam is equal to Nirupadim, he said. That means Purnam is equal to Nirupadim, you are getting this. Purnam is equal to Nirupadim, you are getting. Okay?
Yes.
From the Sridhar Swami statement.
Yes, that's something. So our evidence here is Sridhar Swami's statement that this corresponds to 2-3-10. I'm asking, is there also a logic?
Your voice is so low.
I was asking, is there also a logic behind choosing 2-3-10, not 2-3-9?
Why not, Prabhu? In the first sloka, Parama Purusha is there, and second also Parama Purusha is there. But in that Parama Purusha here, so this here main point is what? Purnam meaning you should, in your sloka, in the Bhakti Yoga Manasi, there you have the Purnam. That is equal to Nirupadim you want. You have to get this because, so Padmottara Purana is saying, Padma Purana, what it is saying? Whoever is Nirupadi Purusha, or Nirupadi Bhagavan, that is Vasudeva. So Nirupadi is equal to Vasudeva is equal to Bhagavan. That is we are getting from the Padma Purana. So now you need to get the meaning of Purnam is equal to Nirupadi. So that is there in this. Sridhar Swami is saying Purnam is equal to Nirupadi in the previous sloka to this 2.3.9. There Purnam is not there.
So they both have Purnam, 2.3.9 and 2.3.10. They both have Purnam.
No, Parama Purusha is there. Purnam is where it is there, Purnam there.
Okay, I will check.
You are confused, okay. Purnam is not there. So next, here, this sloka meaning, Hare Gunakshiptamatihi Bhagavan Badarayinaha Adyagad Mahadakyanam Nityam Vishnujana Priyaha. So this sloka is telling that Sukadeva Goswami initially he got the attraction to the Hari's qualities. Then after that he heard the full version. So what is the story behind this? That means when he got the initial attraction and Then after that he heard. So what is that? When he got the initial attraction, that we are going to discuss in the tomorrow's class from the Brahma Vaivarta Purana. So there is a story. So we will be discussing that when Sukadeva Goswami got when Sukadeva Goswami got the initial attraction, that we are going to see from there. And after that, completion of that sloka also will do. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Okay, Prabhu. So 2.3.9 and 2.3.10, they both mention Purusham Paramam. They don't mention Purusham Purnam. And 1.7.4 mentions Purusham Purnam.
Huh?
2.3.9 and 2.3.10, they both mention Param Purusha, not Purna Purusha. And 1.7.4, Bhakti Yoga Manasi mentions Purusham Purnam.
So that's why, see here Purusha in this 2.3.10, Purusha means what Sridhar Swami is saying. Purusha is equal to Purnam, he is saying. Is equal to Nirupadim, he is saying.
I understand that 2.3.10 Purusha is Nirupadi. My question was, is there another logic also behind it, or are we accepting just on the strength of Sridhar Swami's statement?
Prabhu, we want Purnam is equal to Nirupadi. From wherever you get, I don't mind. Purnam is equal to Nirupadi you want. That is your target, because in your sloka Bhakti Yoga Manasi, Purnam is there. Nirupadi we want. We got this in this place. Purnam is equal to Nirupadi. We took what is the problem in this? Why we have to discuss about the 9th sloka? 9th sloka is not at all having any problem with that. We don't mind about that. Purnam is equal to Nirupadi, where you will get. That you will take. Why there Sridhar Swami is saying one is Sopadi and the Nirupadi, that you will discuss in the next, after the May 11th, May 10th you will discuss. I will discuss about that. Why in the first sloka Purna Param Purusha means Sopadik he took, and in second sloka Nirupadi he took. What is the reason? That I will tell you. In the next classes, I will teach the second canto, first chapter, second, third, fourth. I only teach. So at that time I will discuss. But point is, Purnam is equal to Nirupadi you want. This you got or not? So
as I understand here, what you are saying is that in text 1.7.4, the first verse of the Samadhi Sutra of Vyasadeva, the mention of Purusha is, the quality being mentioned Purusha is Purnam. And on the strength of Sridhar Swami's commentary, we are saying that Purusham is the Purusha which is mentioned in 2.3.10, which is Nirupadi.
Not Purusha, Prabhu, Purnam.
Well, Purnam is the adjective.
Purnam is equal to Nirupadi, you want this much. Yeah,
that's what I just said. I said that the adjective used for Purusham in 1.7.4 is Purnam, and Sridhar Swami is saying that corresponds to the Nirupadi Purusha mentioned in 2.3.10. So that is our presentation of or the commentary on this verse. Is that correct? And then from there, we are adding that Padma Purana states that Nirupadi Purusha is Vasudev. So therefore, the Purusha mentioned in 1.7.4 is Vasudev.
Good.
Okay. Thank you, dear Prabhu.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Gopinath.
Thank you very much.
Jai Gopinath.
We'll meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Venugopal po.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Gopinath का क्वेश्चन है शायद.
Should I ask him?